Welcome back to yet another fabulous episode of how-to videos for Discord Bot Maker. Now, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up a couple other simple commands or events. Now, we're going to be doing what's called an autoresponder. Now, this is where you say something to the bot, and the bot responds. Now, there is a simpler way of doing this, but I'm simply showing you the complicated way just so you can get your hands dirty. I mean, figuratively speaking. I mean, come on. Unless you have a nasty-ass keyboard, you're probably not actually getting dirty. So, what we're going to do is set up a new command. And first off the bat, we're going to set the command type over here on the top right from normal command to any message. And any message name event can be whatever you want, so we can just have it a simple reply as hi. Super easy. Yeah, I know. Anyway, and first off, what we're going to do is we're going to open up a create action. And the create action, we're going to go and hit the send message to show up the other options that we have to choose from. And we're going to go down to messaging. In messaging, we're going to want to select the option that says store message info. Now in the store message info, we're going to do the source message as the command message because it is what started this command. So we're going to store the message text as the source info, and we're going to store that in variable MSG, short for message. And we're going to create the action. And in here, we're going to create another action, and this action is where we're going to actually check to see what that message says. So we're going to choose conditions, and we're going to check variable. Now, the variable is what we just set it to on the last one where we're storing that message as MSG, and we're going to compare it to, and we can do a couple of things here. We can do matches rejects, which is going to check for regular expressions. And what this does is it will kind of do a control F or a find on like a web page or on a Word document. This is where we can put it in to say something super simple as hi, or we could put it in as hello, and it will check for anything that has that word. Now this is going to be a little bit better than the includes because this doesn't have the specifics for capitalization, so they could put capital H hello, capital H hi, all lowercase, all caps. It'll kind of find it. The cool thing about matches rejects is you can put a break, which it's on pretty much all the keyboards I've ever seen is the button right above the enter. You do shift up and it's going to put this bar in, and then you can put it in as hi bar, and then you can put in hero if you get people who like to respond with that. I know I do. And a couple of other ones, let's say you want hi, hello, how goes it? And it'll, you know, pretty much look for those words in between those breaks. And what we're going to want to do is have it do the if true, continue actions, if false, stop action. Because if it doesn't include that, we don't want the bot to say anything, right? So we're going to want it to stop the action sequence if there isn't anything there. Then create action. And we're going to do a send message. How are you? Bun. Bun, bun, bun. I know I'm saying done weird. Get over it. I'm in here, okay? Stop judging me because I know I am stupid sometimes. Or weird, okay? This is a how-to video. Don't ask me how to talk. It's not what this is about. This is how to use DBM. What? I don't know. I'm dumb. Anyway, so kind of a recap. Like I said, this was super fast. Super fast, right? So store message info. It's pretty much taking any message that's sent and stores it to a file called MSG. We have the check variable using the check MSG, and we're doing a check matches rejects, and it's looking for these words. If true, if it matches one of those words, it will send message, how are you? And let's go ahead and just run that quick and make sure it works. Yes, I want to save. And fire this up. Wait for Discord Bot Maker to go blue and live. There it goes. Now, hi. how are you? Almost instantaneous response from the test bot. Or, hello. And then to prove that it is okay with it not being capital, I capitalized the first and a middle letter. It still registered that the word was hero, even though it looks really weird with that capital R in the middle. This is the fastest way to make it check for just a multiple of words without being case sensitive, and it has a lot of cool features as far as that goes. Now I'm going to show you another way of doing that same command. Now this is where you can get a little bit more specific as far as what you're searching for, but there's an advantage to this. So let's say we want it to do the same thing as the other one, but we want it to search for more than just one word. Because if I go back to the bot and I put, hi, how are you? The bot doesn't register that because the whole message does not match what was in the matches regex. Because if you see here, it's trying to match that command or what I said as hello, hi, hero, or how goes it. If it doesn't match that exactly for the whole message I send, it doesn't actually match. So this is where we're going to do a different version of it. We're still going to do it as a hi, and we're still going to do it as an any message sent command. But this is where if we put in the kind of the same thing as we did last time, where it stores that message. I can scroll down to that. And we're gonna, save message text again. Still gonna be the command message because the any message was the command message. And we're gonna store it in MSG again. Literally the same as the first command in the other one. But what we're going to do now is instead of doing a matches regex in the conditions for check variable, we're going to do a includes. Now an includes is going to search the whole message for a specific field. But what we need to do in the compare, the value to compare to, we need to put a $sign in because it's running it through a script, sort of, because Discord Bot Maker uses JavaScript for pretty much most of its files. So when we do the $sign, it's scripting through that line. And you need to do squiggly brackets, and then you're doing quotation marks for what you want it to include. So we're going to want it to do hi. And then if true, continue, actions, if false, stop action sequence. So that way it's not, responding to everything like we said before. So now we're going to do a send message where we're going to just have it reply hi. Boom. And now we're going to save current project, and we're going to wait for the bot to go live again. That was much faster. And we're going to say hi. How are you? Oh, I didn't have a squiggly bracket on the end. See, that's where crash course in debugging. And now I got to save project to update it. I was wondering what had happened there. So I can do, well, hi there. And boom, it says hi. In my message, it finds it, and it will reply with hi. There is one downside to using includes over matches regex. It is case sensitive. So I can put, well, capital H, hi. It doesn't match the lowercase hi. It's a different field. So that's where there are advantages to the matches regex because it includes everything that is without being case sensitive. However, it has to match the message exactly. It doesn't single out a specific word. But there is a way around this in DBM where you can put a different check variable. So let's just copy and paste that, or if you don't have that ability, create a new check variable. And you're going to just change, to a capital HI. And then what you need to do on this one is you need to set it to jump actions. So if false, continue, because if it's not lowercase hi, you still want it to check if it is the capital H hi. So you're going to want to do continue actions for the false on the first one, and jump actions to 4, or the fourth action, right here, number 4, for it to send the message if it does match. But if it doesn't, then we're going to go down to this one, and it's going to check to see if it has capital H high. And then if it does, you want to continue to send message. If not, stop action sequence. And what that does is allow it to check for both the capital and lowercase h in the word hi for it to then send the message hi back to you. Now, when you start getting into some of the more complex dialogue, it can get really tedious, kind of jumping around a lot. But if you do spend the time in it and you do make an autoresponder that does it with the includes versus the matches rejects, you can have it seem a lot more animated and a lot less scripted for the responses. And I'm going to tell you, I had been working on a bot for a long time that had this type of includes message in there. You could actually have a full-blown conversation with the bot for about a good 15 minutes before the bot ran out of dialogue options. But let's be real, how badass is it that you can just chat with your bot and then be done? And you know, it just makes the bot seem so much cooler. And then there's another way where if you want the bot to talk to people but you don't want to have to you know, go in, you can have the bot, you know, just copy and paste what you say and just kind of copy it back. This is something where the autoresponder is called a mimic. So let's put it in as mimic as the command name. Let's put it in as an any message sent. And let's go down here to actions. Same as what we've done on the first two. You're going to put in the store message info and store message text. And we'll just put it in as mimic text as the variable name. Now normally what you want to do is no spaces, capitalize the first letter of every word after the first one because JavaScript really likes it, but the way the program works, it doesn't necessarily hold you to it. But good practice to have, especially if you start getting into more complex stuff. The happier you make JavaScript, the happier your bot is. So now we have the store message info, which is storing what you had said to the bot. And without anything else, you're just going to have the bot, you know, send a message back to you. So this, by the way, I don't recommend actually using without some type of, you know, parameters set to say why the bot does this rather than just have it run all the time, because it will get annoying. But you can have the send message and just run $, squiggly brackets, or actually, I'm not even going to go into that because if you have the beta, I believe, and I think the new version is coming out soon, where you can actually just right click and do insert temp variable, and then you do mimic test, and it will give you the $, squiggly bracket, temporary variable, or temp vars, and then your parentheses, what the variable is called, which we called it mimic test in the other field. So, boom, that's already put in place, so whatever you type, it will literally just copy and paste it and say it back to you. So let's save it, go back to Discord, and let's give it a go. So I'm gonna say I like eating cheese. Boom, the bot will say I like eating cheese. Like I said, this can get quite annoying if you just leave it on, because you could be having a serious heart-to-heart conversation where it's like, man, I just lost, you know, $1,000 or $10,000 on a shitty bet. Something super like that. So you put that in like, man, I just had that, and it'll, what? Why did it say hi? Why did it say hi? Let's do a quick debug. So it said hi. Let's go back to DBM. Take a look at hi. Both of them have... Okay. So we know it was the includes word because it gave us hi, and the other one, which does the matches reject, says how are you. So let's look at this one. Now let's do check variable. It's including the word hi is what it's searching for. And this one is including the word hi, which it is searching for. Actually, I figured it out. So it found the HI in shitty. Now, that is the other thing I forgot to mention about the includes when you're searching. Almost always put a space at the end, otherwise it will try to find it mid-word as well. So you can have the word onomatopoeia. Well, if you have it search for the word P, done. It will try and respond to that word in the middle of a word. Even though, like for this, shitty, it found HI and shitty and said, oh, you're saying hi, I'm gonna say hi back. Put a space at the end, or if depending on how you want it set up, you can put it the space at the beginning. However, if that's the first word they start off with, the space at the beginning will not match and therefore wouldn't respond to it. So be very careful how you have that set up, and have any questions on it, leave it in the comments below. Otherwise, if you like the video, think this is helpful, please leave a like, leave a comment. It tells me how I'm doing, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your whatever, because I don't know when you're watching this, night, noon, maybe evening, or on Discord. I don't know. That's not a time frame. Just stop judging me, okay? Thank you for coming by. I'm sorry I'm stupid.